Yet we continue to create product in a material universe which is just a complexity of light waves of matter and has no meaning whatsoever as ideal. Then we wonder why there is so much mediocrity in the world. Product without knowledge and inspiration behind it can never become an enduring masterpiece. It is as though a mechanic tried to lift a 10-ton rock with no fulcrum under his crowbar, or like science trying to do marvelous things with its levers of motion, denying the spirit as its fulcrum of knowledge. Science studies effect rather than cause. It can prove effect of motion and matter, but it cannot prove the cause of effect in the laboratory, so it relegates cause to metaphysics. Until science takes God in as co-creator, it will never know the cause of the many complex effects. But science must know the cause. Science is at the crossroads where it must include the spiritual source of its material effects. Religion is at the crossroads also. Religion and science are as two opposites, but in the avoidance of their opposition, unity will come to both. Science the creator, religion the creator. They will have new knowing, new comprehension. Disunity will become unity. A marriage between science and religion will remake our civilization. There are millions of people concentrating upon producing product in matter, when the secret of creation is not in effects of matter, but in the cause of those effects. For that reason, we must reverse our creative process from product to the source of the product. To do that, we must have knowledge. We must know the why of things. One cannot produce anything whatsoever in excess of one's knowing. One cannot be an interpreter of anything which he himself is not. To interpret God's ideal, one must be that which he interprets. To the extent that he knows God in him, he is God. Knowing God, he can act the part to the extent of his knowledge. The greater the actor, the greater his ability to become the character he simulates. The greater the character, the greater the art produced by him. So be that which you are creating. One cannot produce enduring things unless one has that knowing and that awareness of being in him from which his source of inspiration comes. There is but one creator, one thinker, one being in the universe. The nearer you come to becoming that one, the greater your ability to create and the more enduring your creation will become. Consider the musician who thinks only of his skill and technique in playing the piano. His product may be harmonious and rhythmic sound, but it is not art. Sound, even though rhythmic, does not re-inspire or uplift another to the great heights of creative genius. To leave God out of any creative expression is like digging an empty well. To take God in is like producing an ever-flowing well. The power of the Creator whom one is interpreting comes from the soul. Without that, music is nothing. Without that spark of creative genius, which comes from the soul of a sculptor, his monument would be nothing but bronze or stone. Likewise, the products of shops or factories would be nothing but forms and bodies of matter. Civilization is living too much in the body, too much in the flesh. It is not trying to give creative expression to its ideas, with a fulcrum of spiritual power under it. Civilization is an instrument in the hands of the Creator, working instinctively as animals work instinctively toward the one purpose of seeking for something for their bodies. Man is doing the same thing also to a great extent, seeking for something for his body. There is a power within the body, a power that you and I can have for the asking, for the desiring, and we must learn to use that power to upbuild ourselves. That is the thing we must do instead of just building the body alone. Before we build any product, we must build our inner selves up to the level of the product. We must desire to produce. No man can produce anything greater than he himself is. What are skills? What do they mean? They do not mean mind. They come by work. Anyone can develop a skill to play a musical instrument, to paint, to draw, or to sculpture. There can never be a greater painter than the painting than the painter of it. However, nor can there ever be a greater product than the thinker of that product. Skilled people who lack soul are mere automatons, like machines or like animals which display marvelous skills. Spiders are skilled automatic machines. They create marvelous webs instinctively, but have no more knowledge of what they are creating than an adding machine knows what it is doing. Countless skills are known in the animal kingdom, but there is no genius in the animals which manifest those skills. The genius of their creation is God, their creator. The beaver builds a dam. He builds it because he has built it for countless centuries, and he continues to build it instinctively and automatically, becoming a part of creation, not co-creator with God, but an automatic extension of God's thinking, expressing God's ideal in form, purely as an automaton. The ideal of that dam is a part of the whole ideal of creation, extended through the Creator and through his creation. It automatically takes place as a part of the work of the Creator himself, supplemented only by the desire of the beaver to have that means of protection and food. The spider has the desire for something to catch flies, and that desire is answered by the Creator. Man has gone beyond that point, beyond that state of instinctive control. He has begun to think, and every thinker thinks with God because there is only one thinker. If a man thinks at all, he is thinking with his Creator. If he creates, he is creating with his Creator. If he knows, it is because of the one light of the Creator which is within him. Whatever knowledge he has is measured by his awareness of God within him. I shall give you a rule by means of which you can check your relation to the two universes in which you live. You can gain much by applying this rule to every act. We live in two universes, the universe of sensing and the universe of knowing. The universe of sensing is effective cause. The universe of knowing is cause. We cannot know anything that we can see or feel or touch. Things which our senses respond to, we cannot know. They are effects. You cannot know a sunset sky because it is a fleeting effect, but you can comprehend it because you know its cause. On the other hand, you cannot sense that which you cannot see. You can know that which you cannot see, but you cannot sense it. I can sense the fact that there are many people here. I can see your bodies, but I cannot see you, the person who centers those bodies. I can know you, and I can know you as a being, but I cannot sense you. So we can sense God's body, which is his universe, and thus be electrically aware of it. But we cannot know the universe of motion. We can, however, know God, the creator of it.